Welcome back to Liberty Quarter Dollar, the channel where we explore the history, value, and hidden details of America's most popular quarters. And if you enjoy learning about Washington quarter dollar coins and what they are really worth in today's market, make sure you subscribe, like this video, and turn on notifications so you never miss another coin value update. Today, we are focusing on the 1965 Washington quarter dollar with no mint mark in good condition, an extremely important year in U.S. coin history because it marks the first year that quarters were made without silver. Many people still hope that a 1965 quarter might be silver, but in reality, all 1965 quarters were struck using a copper-nickel clad composition instead of the older 90% silver alloy. The 1965 quarter is made of a copper-nickel outer layer bonded to a pure copper core. This change was introduced because of rising silver prices in the early 1960s, which caused people to hoard silver coins. As a result, the United States Mint transitioned to clad coinage starting in 1965. Because of this, the 1965 Washington quarter contains no silver, but it remains historically significant as the beginning of the modern quarter era. There is no mint mark on 1965 quarters. During this period, the U.S. Mint temporarily removed mint marks from coins to discourage hoarding and speculation. All 1965 quarters were produced without mint marks, even though they were struck at multiple mint facilities. This makes the absence of a mint mark normal and expected for this year. On the obverse side, the coin features George Washington facing left, with Liberty at the top, "In God We Trust" to the left of his portrait, and the date 1965 at the bottom. The reverse shows the heraldic bald eagle with outstretched wings, holding arrows with United States of America, E Pluribus Unum, and quarter dollar surrounding the design. Now let us discuss good condition. A 1965 quarter in good condition typically shows light to moderate wear. You can still see major details in Washington's hair, and the eagle's feathers are visible, although not sharp. The coin may show small scratches and dullness from circulation, but overall it still has a clear and presentable appearance. In today's market, a 1965 Washington quarter dollar in good condition is generally worth around $300 to $700 US. Because this coin is very common and contains no silver, it does not command high premiums in circulated condition. Most examples found in everyday change are only slightly above face value. If the coin is in very fine condition, it may be worth around $750 to $1,250 US. In uncirculated condition with strong luster, prices can range from $300 to $600 US, and higher grade certified examples can sell for more. Collectors should also check for mint errors such as off-center strikes, doubled dies, clipped planchets, or missing clad layers. These types of errors can increase the value significantly, sometimes to $200, $500, or even higher, depending on the rarity and severity of the error. Next up, the 1993 Washington quarter dollar with the P mint mark in good condition, a modern-era quarter that many collectors still search for when building complete date and mint mark sets. The year 1993 falls within the long-running clad era of U.S. quarters, which began in 1965. This means the 1993 quarter is made from a copper-nickel clad composition, with outer layers of copper-nickel bonded to a pure copper core. Unlike quarters minted in 1964 and earlier, this coin contains no silver. Its value is therefore determined mainly by condition, collector demand, and whether it has any mint errors. The P mint mark indicates that this coin was struck at the Philadelphia Mint. You can find the small letter P on the obverse side of the coin, just to the right of George Washington's ponytail. By 1993, mint marks were once again standard on Philadelphia coins, making it easy to identify where the coin was produced. On the obverse, the coin features the familiar left-facing portrait of George Washington, designed by John Flanagan. The word liberty appears along the top edge. In God We Trust is located to the left of Washington's face, and the date 1993 is at the bottom. The reverse side shows the heraldic bald eagle with outstretched wings, clutching arrows, with United States of America above and quarter dollar below. Now let us talk about good condition. A quarter in good condition shows light to moderate wear from circulation. Washington's hair details are visible but not sharp, and the eagle's feathers are still recognizable. The coin may have small scratches and a slightly dull surface, but the design remains clear and readable. In today's market, a 1993 P Washington quarter dollar in good condition is generally worth around $300 to $600. Because these coins were minted in large numbers and are still commonly found in circulation, they do not usually carry high premiums. If the coin is in very fine to extremely fine condition, values may range from $750 to $1,250. In uncirculated condition, with original mint luster, prices can reach $200 to $600, and higher grade certified examples can sell for more. Collectors should always check for mint errors, such as off-center strikes, double dies, broad strikes, clipped planchets, or missing clad layers. Error coins can sometimes be worth $200, $500, or more, depending on the type and severity of the error. Next up, the 1991 Washington quarter dollar with the D mint mark in good condition, a modern clad-era quarter that is very popular among collectors who build complete date and mint mark sets. The year 1991 falls within the long-running clad era of U.S. quarters that began in 1965. This means the 1991 quarter is composed of outer layers of copper nickel bonded to a pure copper core. Unlike Washington quarters minted in 1964 and earlier, the 1991 quarter contains no silver, so its value is based mainly on condition, demand, and whether the coin has any mint errors. The D mint mark indicates that this coin was struck at the Denver Mint. You can find the small letter D on the obverse side of the coin just to the right of George Washington's ponytail. The Denver Mint produced millions of quarters in 1991, making this issue common in circulation. On the obverse side, the coin features the classic left-facing portrait of George Washington, designed by John Flanagan. The word liberty appears along the top. In God We Trust is located to the left of Washington's portrait, and the date 1991 appears at the bottom. The reverse side shows the traditional bald eagle with outstretched wings, clutching arrows, along with the inscriptions United States of America, E pluribus unum, and quarter dollar. Now let us talk about good condition. A 1991 D Washington quarter in good condition shows light to moderate wear. Washington's hair details are visible but not sharp, and the eagle's feathers are still recognizable. The coin may show small scratches and dullness from circulation, but the overall design remains clear. In today's market, a 1991 Washington quarter dollar with D mint mark in good condition is generally worth around $300 to $600. Because this coin is very common and contains no precious metal, it usually does not sell for much more than face value. If the coin is in very fine to extremely fine condition, values may range from $750 to $1,250. In uncirculated condition with strong mint luster, prices can reach $200 to $600, and high-grade certified examples can be worth even more. Collectors should also look for mint errors, such as off-center strikes, double dies, clipped planchets, broad strikes, or missing clad layers. These errors can sometimes raise the value to $200, $500, or more dollars, depending on the type and severity. Next up, the 1965 Washington quarter dollar with no mint mark in bad condition. A very important coin in U.S. history because 1965 was the first year Washington quarters were made without silver. Before 1965, Washington quarters were composed of 90% silver and 10% copper. However, due to rising silver prices and widespread hoarding, the United States Mint changed the composition starting in 1965. From this year onward, quarters were made using copper-nickel clad structure, with outer layers of copper-nickel bonded to a pure copper core. This means the 1965 quarter contains no silver, even though many people still hope to find a silver one. There is no mint mark on 1965 quarters. During this period, the U.S. Mint removed mint marks from coins to discourage hoarding and speculation. So if your 1965 quarter has no mint mark, this is completely normal. On the obverse side, the coin shows George Washington facing left, with Liberty at the top, "In God We Trust" to the left of his portrait, and the date 1965 at the bottom. The reverse side features the bald eagle with outstretched wings holding arrows, with United States of America, E Pluribus Unum, and quarter dollar surrounding the design. Now let us talk about bad condition. A quarter in bad condition usually shows heavy wear from circulation. Washington's hair details may be very flat, the rims may be worn down, and parts of the design may look smooth. The coin may also show scratches, discoloration, or dark toning from years of use. In today's market, a 1965 Washington quarter dollar in bad condition is typically worth value, which is $250 US. Because the coin contains no silver and is very common, heavy wear does not add any premium. In slightly better circulated condition, such as good or very good, the value may rise slightly to around $300 to $600 US. Uncirculated examples can be worth several dollars, but worn coins usually stay close to face value. Collectors should still examine their coins carefully for mint errors, such as off-center strikes, clipped planchets, or missing clad layers. If an error is present, the coin could be worth $200, $500, or even more, depending on the type of error. Thank you for watching Liberty Quarter Dollar. If you enjoy learning about quarter values and rare finds, please like this video, subscribe to the channel, and comment below with the next quarter you would like us to feature. Until next time, keep checking your change, because every coin has a story.